Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Yoga for Everybody session this morning. My name is Skyla Ramirez. Let's get started. We are preparing for some really cold weather over the next few days. So today's class is going to revolve around a lot of twisting and a lot of different breathing techniques that are used to lift your metabolism and to create a little more sense of warmth in your body. So let's get started by lying down on our backs. Go ahead and bend the knees. Giving our bodies an opportunity to just breathe, creating a nice foundational breath. As we inhale into our bellies, we feel the belly rise. And as we exhale, we just release the breath, absolutely no effort, and the navel is going to soften down into the spine. Inhale, push the belly up. Exhale, relax, navel to spine. Closing our eyes as we tune into the breath. Think about trying to fill even the sides of the lungs, inhaling into the belly, and then letting that breath spread out to the side hips. Build the breath up to the ribs. Let it push out to the side waist. Exhale, relax. Breathing in through our nose as much as possible. Exhaling from the throat, relieving any possible tension that might be hiding in the low back. As we relax the jaw, we potentially release energy in the low back that could be creating discomfort or pain. Let's add in a small pause just after the exhale, exhaling all the way, small pause. Inhale, exhale, pause. Keeping that rhythm, inhale, exhale, pause. Keeping that steady rhythm of a little pause just after the exhale. We're preparing for what we call a belly lock in yoga. Inhale, exhale, pause. One more, inhale. Exhale, pause, hold it here. Try tugging the navel in a little tighter. And now think about trying to pull your belly button up about half an inch under the ribs. Release that contraction. Inhale in through the nose. Exhale from the throat, pause. Pull the navel in, pull it up. Release the contraction. One more, big breath in. Exhale, pause. Belly in, navel up. Release that contraction. From here, let's take a big breath in place. As you exhale, draw the left knee in. Thank you for your patience as I'm dog sitting today. I have no idea what that little 6-pound chihuahua could be barking about. Releasing the leg. Exhale, other knee in. Inhale, release. Exhale, bring it in. Let's keep that rhythm a few more times so that we are paying special attention to the low back, to the hip region. We definitely want to make sure that there's some mobility in check. Also making sure that we're able to squeeze out any fluid that might get stuck around the back and the hips. It could be lymphatic fluid. That is a sludgy moving energy in the body, and it could use a little boost, especially in cold weather. Let's do just one more on each side, really exaggerating that squeeze of the thigh in towards the belly. Let's bring both knees in, take the legs up, point and flex the feet a few times, then roll out the ankles. Again, any sludgy energy could use a little boost, especially in this colder weather. When you're ready, let's see that the knees are at about the width of the hips or pelvis. Bend the knees. Let's cup our hands on top of our kneecaps, and we're going to use our hands to guide those knees into a circle. So moving in any direction, we might want to start really small, giving the body room to expand energy out. Also moving small, tuning into any parts of the low back or the hips that might have a tenderness in them, working around those places. You can add a breath into this. Inhale away, exhale big, strong exhale, inhale. Exhale almost like you're going to try to clear your throat. Inhale around, exhale, clearing our throat. One more. Let's slowly switch directions with the knees, keeping the breath soft in the body. So while we're experimenting with loosening up the hips and circling the knees, let's talk a little bit about that breath where we clear the throat. So when we clear the throat, start to pay attention to what your stomach is doing with that action. Clearing the throat involves an effort that's initiated from the gut, from the belly and the core. So this is one of those unique breathing techniques that we can use to create more heat. It's called Bastrika. Let's take that circle out a little bigger. Add in the breath. Inhale, circle. Exhale from the throat. Inhale, circle. Heavy exhale. One more. Inhale, circle. Clear your throat. From here, let's come to a still point. See the knees at the width of the hips and lower the feet. Let's stretch our arms overhead. Straighten just the left leg down to the floor. Bring the left knee in. Pull on the back of that leg just for a minute, and then release that foot. Arms overhead. Take the right leg out straight to the floor. Big breath in, reach. Exhale, right knee in, hug it to the chest. Both feet down. Let's speed that up a little bit. Inhale, left leg straight, arms overhead. Exhale, left knee to chest. Inhale, arms overhead, right leg straight. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, left leg straight, arms overhead. Exhale, contract it in. Just one more. Inhale, right leg straight, arms overhead. Exhale, hug the knee in. Both knees coming down to the floor, both feet coming down to the floor, keeping the knees bent. Let's press our hands down beside us, maybe out from the hips. Let the knees sway left and right. So the range of motion might be really small, especially if you notice, again, tender spots in the back could be found here. Otherwise, you can make this movement a little bigger. Let's add the arms into this, swaying the arms in the opposite direction of the knees. So we're moving into a nice big twist on the floor. Twist on the exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. One more each direction. When you feel that it's even on both sides for you, hug the knees in one more time. Let's give our low back a hard reset, hugging those knees into the chest. When you're ready, let's lower the feet. Let the knees go over to one side, roll over onto one side. Hold it there for at least a breath or two. Let's use our top arm, top hand to the floor. Slowly push up and come into any easy seated position. Let's do a little bit of a seated twist, weight bearing into the back before we stand on our feet and weight bear into the ankles and legs. So seated, weight bearing into the hips, the spine, that weight bearing is going to go into the shoulders. Weight bearing is so important because this is what promotes healthy bone density. From here, let's inhale the arms up. Exhale, gentle twist to the left, looking over the left shoulder. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, gentle twist to the right, reaching across. Inhaling up. Exhale, twist. Maybe close the eyes. You could add in that little pause. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist, adding in a pause. One more time to each side. Eventually, hold this twist over to your left side. Stay here. Bring the chin down in towards the chest. Pull the muscles up in the pelvic floor. Exhale all the way, pause. Try pulling the belly button in and up, and maybe twist a little more. Release that contraction. Inhale, center. Exhaling, twist to the right. Hold it there, pause. Pull the navel in, chin to chest, pelvic floor lifted. Pull the navel up, sitting nice and tall. It's the same movement that people will sometimes use to suck in, to put on a tight pair of pants, to button pants. It's the same movement too that some people will use to, appear thinner in photos. So it's that motion of pulling in and up. Who knew? Who knew? For many years, many of us might have been doing yoga and didn't even know it. Let's inhale to center. Exhale, bring the hands down to the knees for a seated cat and cow, rocking through the hips. Coming forward, inhale, open your throat, and then going back, chin to chest, round the spine. Inhale forward, open throat. Exhale back, chin to chest. Inhaling forward. Exhaling back. Couple more. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Last one. Let's come to center from here. Turn your head over to the left. Let's turn it to center. Turn the head over to the right. Hopefully getting more lymphatic fluid or sludgy energy to drain off of the lymph nodes and away from the sinuses here. Let's come to center. From here, we are making our way into standing. So let's take our sweet time, coming around to all fours, and then maybe stepping one foot forward at a time. We'll support our spines as we come up slowly. Easy does it. Most bodies don't like to move fast. Our brain might move fast, but our bodies really appreciate a nice, slow, sludgy pace. Let's walk the hands up, placing the hands on our hips for support. Taking our feet out to the width of just our pelvis bone. So the feet are more narrow than the hips at this point. Let's inhale and circle sweep the arms up. Exhale, circle sweep the arms back. Just a couple more like this, finding again a little pause after the exhale, making that space between each unique cycle of breath. Inhale up, exhale back, and pause. Inhale up, both arms reach. Keep lifting through your left hand. Lower the right hand down. Press into the outside blade of your left foot and look up just for a moment to the left hand, holding our standing lateral flexion. When you're ready, inhaling right arm up. Exhale, left arm reaches down, pressing into the outside blade of our right foot and looking up at the right hand. Big breath up into that right shoulder. Inhaling both arms up. Let's reach tall. From here, let's turn the palms forward and bend our elbows. Let's circle those elbows back a few times. Bring it forward. Inhale, circle back with the elbows bent. Hopefully with the elbows bent, we're able to access a big stretch of our muscles that are laying over the chest, over the heart. And energetically, we could be helping to promote healthy cardiovascular, healthy cardiopulmonary function in the body. Big inhale, open with those elbows bent. One more, inhale, open. This time take the knuckles to your low back. From here, standing chest expansion. On the inhale, breathe into your heart. Pull the ribs up and press your hips back. Let's open the throat. Exhale. On the inhale, exaggerate that lift in the ribs. Open the throat. Maybe look ahead to where the wall meets the ceiling, or if your neck is comfortable, look up at the ceiling. And then relax. From here, let's let our hands come down, standing with our feet at the width of our pelvis bones. Let's step our right foot back a short stride, bending the left knee. We're circling our arms overhead, holding warrior one pose. As we inhale, we're dynamically reaching. Exhale, pull the shoulders down away from the ears. Holding here, option to close the eyes. Becoming aware of the energy that runs down the midline of the body, through the crown of the head, down into the neck, all the way down the spine, shooting out the center of the hips and out the tailbone. This is our anchoring energy. This energy, this flow is known as our main energy highway, Sushumna Nadi. Pull the muscles up in the pelvic floor. Exhale all the way, bring the chin down. Pause, pull the belly in, and pull the belly up. Adding in just that little bit of a belly contraction. Suck in, and now release. Inhale in place. Exhale, let's take it forward, placing our hands on our left thigh, flipping our hips back so that we can keep a more neutral low back, neutral spine. We're taking our left hand forward as if we're shaking someone's hand, walking towards us. On the next inhale, circle the arm back and maybe look back for a moment as if we're going to shake hands with someone behind us. Reaching back so that we continue to open the left side of the chest. And already as we reach back, we are introducing this lovely twist into the waistline. So maybe noticing if we're able to press the left shoulder in towards that left knee. The right shoulder is going to twist in over that left knee. And then the left hand reaches back. From here, taking our left knuckles to our low back, we could always slide that right hand down a little more, keeping the hand above the knee. That way we can straighten our right arm, keeping the spine neutral in our twist. We have the option to straighten the left leg. Both legs straight makes this a twisting triangle pose. Bending the left knee makes it more of a twisting pyramid pose. Wherever you are with that knee, make it about comfort and then bring awareness to your belly. Let's inhale into the upper left lung, roll that left shoulder back, press the right shoulder over that left knee, and maybe imagine that you're trying to push into the inner blades of the feet and roll the thighs in a little bit. When you're ready, slowly begin to release any contractions in your spine. Slowly bring the spine to neutral. Both hands are coming onto the left thigh for support. Let's straighten both legs. Again, we can always keep bends in the knees to protect the back. It could be just the front, just the back, or both knees for protection. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, lower down. This time we might walk those hands down to the shin, keeping any pressure that might be possible here off the knee, putting pressure onto the shin or onto the thigh only. Hang the head nice and loose, shake the head yes, and turn it left and right. To safely come up, let's all walk our hands up from the shin to the thigh. Let's straighten our arms so that we can create a neutral spine, the safest place to be, and then walk the hands to the hips. Easy on that blood pressure. Let's take our feet to our neutral position, standing in mountain. From here, with our knees soft, we'll inhale both arms up overhead, stepping our right foot back this time. Keeping a healthy bend in that left knee. Whoops, wait, wrong leg. Left foot back. Keep the right knee bent. Inhale, reaching overhead. Just making sure we're all on the same page. Right leg is forward, right knee bent, left leg is back. Inhale, reaching dynamically. Holding it here, maybe closing the eyes, tuning into that little space after the exhale. Inhale. Exhale, pause. Pull the muscles up in the pelvis, chin down, belly in and up. You could also just act surprised. 1, 2, 3, surprise. On the next exhale, let's slowly bring those hands down. Easy does it. Both hands are on the right thigh. Unhinging the hips. We could keep a really heavy bend in that right knee, or we can straighten it just a little bit. Left leg stays straight. Let's take our right arm forward, shaking hands with someone in front of us. As we inhale, we circle it around, shaking hands behind us. Reaching back, opening up that right chest, pressing the left shoulder over the right knee or over the right thigh. Let's take our right knuckles to the low back as we refine this twist a little more. Inhaling in place. Exhale, option to slide that left hand down. So maybe the left hand is just above the knee with the arm straight, propping up the spine, or the left hand can go just below the knee onto the shin, making sure that we're only putting pressure on the large leg bones, no pressure on the kneecap. It is absolutely possible for us in this position to dislocate or to shove our own kneecaps out of alignment. So injuries can happen in yoga, right? So it's good to know how to protect ourselves. Keeping pressure off the knee. Drawing that right shoulder back a little more. We might look down at the floor. Let's all press into the inside blades of our feet. Inhale, exhale, pause, chin to chest. Pull the muscles up in the pelvis. Inhale, exhale, pause. This time, pull the belly in and up. Belly lock. Maybe we twist a little more when we have that belly lock. To safely come out, we might want to bend that right knee a little bit. Coming out of twisting triangle, maybe moving into the twisting pyramid. Both hands come onto that front shin or thigh. We can straighten that front leg and then slowly walk the hands down, maybe even down to the floor, shaking out our head, shaking it yes, turning it left and right. Exhaling heavy from the throat. Big sigh of relief. Let's all bend our right knee, walking our hands from the shin, past the knee to the right thigh, and then up onto the hips. securing our bodies in a casual warrior one. Let's step forward so the feet are at the width of the pelvis bones. Inhaling, circle sweeping the arms back, up and around. Reach up, look up, palms forward. Exhale, circle, sweep it back. Chin down to chest. Inhaling, circle, sweep up. Looking up. Exhale, palms forward, circle, sweep back. One more, big breath in. And exhale back. From here, let's bring our hands onto the hips or down to the thighs, making sure that we just feel that we're very comfortable with where we are as we move into a little standing balancing pose. Taking our energy into our right foot, we're sliding that left toe into touch and lifting our left heel. From here, we can swivel the left knee out to the side, keeping the left heel on the inside of the right ankle. So already right here, this is a balance challenge for the body and for our nervous system. Most of our weight is in that right foot. We are actively weight bearing. Spread out the toes, press into the inside blade and outside blade of the right foot with an equal amount of effort invested into that foundation. We might want to stay right here, right where we are to secure the pose. We could move the arms out into different expressions. It is very traditional to see people place the hands together above the head. You could take the hands apart. Cactus arms is one of my favorite. Either keeping that left heel on the right ankle, or if you're curious to experiment today, slide the left foot up, placing the sole of the foot on the inside of the right leg. That foot could stay below the knee, or it can slide up above the knee. You are more than welcome to reach down, give a little bit of assistance to the leg for a healthy lift, and then let go and stand nice and tall. Holding it here in any expression of tree pose. When we work on physical balance, that physical balancing nature definitely speaks to mental, emotional balance and spiritual balance as well. Big inhale, open. And then exhale, relax it all. Stepping both feet onto the floor. Move around a little bit. We'll give our bodies a little bit of time to feel fully supported by the earth. Maybe even move that right foot around if it got a little crampy. When you're ready, let's find our still point. Standing with the feet close, we're shifting our weight into the left foot, spreading out the toes, check in with the foundation, an equal amount of weight on the inner and outer blade of the left foot. Peeling up our right heel, bending that right knee, swivel the right knee to the side, and rest the right heel on the inside of the left leg. Holding it here for a little while. Why? Well, because this really is enough. It's enough. It's enough to stay right here. This is enough for balance. If you're curious to close your eyes, close the eyes, and most people's bodies will start to sway a little bit more. Holding it here so our body has what we like to call an adaptation period, an orientation to balance, giving our body time to recruit all of the necessary muscles that we might want to have fired up if we're choosing to stay longer, if we're choosing to lift that foot off the floor. This is going to give the body an opportunity to recruit more healthy mind-body communication. Now either hold it here or slide that right foot up to the inside of the leg, anywhere below or above that left knee. Once we have our foundation, experimenting with where your hands might want to go. You can change it up at any time. Finding the breath in all of this. One more big breath in. Inhale. Exhale. And relax it all. Both feet to the floor. Move that left foot and ankle around. Stomp or step in place. From here, we are coming down onto the floor. And we're going to lie down on our bellies today, just for a little while, to work with a little bit of coordination and also as a low back strengthener. So we'll take our sweet time coming down to the floor, lying down on our bellies, coming down really low. Let your elbows maybe flare out to the side for a moment. Take the hands in front of the body. From here, bring the feet in really close. They could be touching, they could have a little bit of space. Just notice what's comfortable. Let's try to lift just our right leg off the floor. And this would be the right foot and the right knee coming off the floor. Maybe even squeezing or engaging the right glute muscle. Then lower that leg down. Lifting the left knee, the left leg and the foot off the floor. Squeezing the left glute muscle, and then relax. Now, as an alternative, if you'd like to experiment with something, bend both knees and maybe push with a flat foot, pushing through our right foot, squeezing the right glute muscle, and then lower, pressing through the left foot, squeeze and lift, then lower. Now, let your body decide for you if it wants to have knees bent or legs straight as we progress this. And we're progressing it for the sake of coordination. This is recruiting a lot of different parts of the brain that we want to stay healthy. So from wherever you are, we're lifting our right leg. And again, it could be a bent knee or a straight leg, lifting that knee just off the floor. And then lift the left arm. Right leg and left arm. So we're lifting opposite leg to opposite arm. And then relax. Let's lift our left knee and right arm. Relax, keeping that rhythm. Inhale, right leg, left arm. Relax, left leg, right arm. Relax, look forward, look down at your mat. Let's do this with the spine neutral. Inhale, right leg, left arm. Relax. Inhale, left leg, right arm. Relax. One more each side. Inhaling, left arm, right leg. You can push into that right hand to get a little bigger lift. Relax. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Maybe push into the left hand, lift, and relax. Let's draw our hands back towards our body. Tuck the toes under, pushing into the knees and thighs so we can lift up and press our hips back behind us into child's pose. Hips may or may not touch our feet. The main thing is that we soften our upper back, soften the middle back. Relax the head, breathe from the throat. Knees can be really wide so that the ribs can move into a more open space. The belly will have less pressure on it here. Sometimes we want pressure on the belly. It's a technique to help flush out different toxins in the body. And those toxins can be stress hormones. That's usually the first thing that we're addressing. From wherever you are, slowly walk the hands in, coming up to seated. We could sit on a pillow or we could sit flat on the floor. Let's bend our knees and touch our toes together. Open the knees out to the side. Another forward fold, butterfly pose. And much like child's pose, we want the spine to soften into a very soft C shape. So try to avoid any excessive effort or physical exertion with rounding the spine. Instead, allow the head to drop like a rag doll. Let the middle back open. Maybe even imagine that instead of breathing into the chest, you're breathing into the back of the heart. Staying here a little longer than some of our other poses. We're using this to work with the water element, opposite of heat, opposite of fire element, promoting just a little bit more fluidity in the body in these dry, cold seasons. To safely come up, we stack the vertebral column, sitting nice and tall. From here, extending just the left leg. Let's cross our right leg over for a twist, keeping our left hand on the right knee. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, twist to the right. And look over that right shoulder. You can add in the belly contraction here to maybe deepen the twist. Inhale, chin down, exhale, pause, belly in and up. Scoop everything up and twist a little more. Now release it out. Let's uncross that right leg, switching out our legs and feet. Left leg over, right leg straight. Right hand on the left knee or shin, inhaling left arm up. Exhale, twist to the left. Look over the left shoulder. Adding in our belly lock to enhance that twist, the detox of the twist. Exhale all the way, pause. Chin down, belly in and up. Maybe twist a little more. When you're ready, slowly unravel the spine. Extend both legs out as straight as they want to go. Inhale, bring the arms up, looking straight ahead. Exhale, swan dive. We can keep our hands beside us on the floor. You can reach back to keep the chest open. Or you can relax for a moment. Just kind of go with whatever flow your body is sensing or whatever it is that your body is communicating to you. Staying for at least a couple more cycles of breath. When you're ready, coming to neutral, let's take our time to make our way into lying down on the floor, letting the knees go to one side as we lie down comfortably, and then rolling over onto our backs, keeping our knees bent, taking our feet out to the width of the pelvis bones, adding in that gentle left-right sway again. Making sure that the outer hips, inner thighs, and spine are nice and open for some bigger twist on the floor. Let's come to neutral. From here, we're walking our feet over to the right edge of our mat, crossing the right leg over the left leg. So the left foot is all the way over to the right edge, and the right leg is crossed over the left leg. From here, we can push into our left foot to lift our hips or to scoot the hips over to the right. We are moving into a twist to the left. So as we push into our left foot, let your hips sway a little bit to the right. Bring the weight down just onto that left hip, and then twist the right knee over to the left. This is one of those pretzel poses. I like to call these pretzel poses in yoga when we're all twisted up like this. You could always take your right hand off the floor, put it on top of your hip, and maybe push your hip away a little bit, making some space between the ribs and the hips. So we're opening up the waistline, opening up the liver. Let's take our time. Maybe uncross the legs and stack the knees. Then sway the feet to neutral. Walk the feet over to the left side of the mat. Taking the left leg over the right. Our right foot is on the edge of the left side of the mat. Pushing into our right foot, naturally that left hip will lift. Let the weight come down onto the right hip. Then twist both knees over to the right. We could use our left hand on top of the left hip. You could even use both hands to push the hip down and away from your ribs, opening up intestines, stomach, healthy digestion. Finding the breath as we hold the deep twist. Maybe uncrossing the legs if they are still crossed, and then bringing those knees to neutral, walking the feet towards the middle of the mat. One knee at a time coming into the chest, holding on behind the thighs. Take the knees out wide, press the feet up to the sky, straight legs straddle. Opening up and stretching the inner thighs. This is helping to promote, again, more lymphatic drainage. There's a lot of fluid, both lymphatic fluid and other fluids in the body that can just get kind of stuck in our ankles. And, this time of year, sometimes we're eating more sodium, we're just holding on to more toxins. So it's a nice big stretch here. Bend the knees in towards your armpits. Happy baby pose. Wiggle out your feet. Rock a little bit. Making the pose a little more playful. When you're ready, take your time to bring the knees together and lower the feet. Let's stretch our legs out on the floor, or you can keep those knees bent. Stretch the arms overhead, stretching out like a stick. Looking up at the ceiling, inhale, point the toes. Maybe even try to pull your ribs away from the floor, chin to chest. Restorative fish pose. Relax the shoulders and the back. Let the hands come down. Let your body move in any natural way, so as we're able to prepare for stillness. Eventually coming into any still place, getting comfortable for final relaxation. It will be short and sweet today. I know many of us are getting ready for various holiday celebrations. Maybe you're just getting ready for these single-digit temperatures. So let's practice a warming breath today. As we inhale, imagine your whole body is like a sponge. Our skin is absorbent. So as you inhale, you're breathing in warm gold light. And as you inhale, maybe even imagine that breath has a weight to it. So as you inhale, there's almost like a heaviness that moves through you. Exhale, you release that heaviness and you become a little bit light, releasing blue, cold, dry energy. Inhaling, the energy is warm, gold, heavy, gooey. Exhale, that energy is dry and cold, light. Inhaling gold, exhaling blue. Maybe pause after the exhale. Take a moment to embrace that sensation of feeling light. To subtly awaken the body, exhale, pause, embracing light. Then add in a contraction. Pull the navel in, pull it up. Release that. Inhale. Exhale. Pause. Navel in and up. Or just act surprised. Release the contraction. One more. Big breath in. Exhale all the way. Belly in and up. Deep abdominal contraction. Just a final flushing. And then release. Move your fingers, move your toes. Take your time to maybe reach the arms up or hug your knees into the chest. As we've come towards the end of our session today, move nice and slow. You are welcome to make your way up to seated for closing, or maybe stay on the floor and relax a little more. As we eventually make our way up into seated, check in with your shoulders, turn the palms up, turn the palms down, roll out the wrists. Move the neck around. Maybe even do just a few little half circles along the jawline. I don't recommend full circles back. It can get kind of crunchy back there. So just easy does it on the circles. Coming to center, take a nice big breath in, pull the shoulders up, and then let the shoulders drop. One more. And let it go. From here, we can close together, bringing our hands together at the heart. Taking another unifying breath, letting it go with a deep sense of ease, balance, and peace. Om Shanti, everyone. That means order and peace to you all. Namaste. That means my soul meets your soul where you are today. Enjoy your holiday season. I look so forward to seeing you in a few weeks.